There's a railway line most people don't notice. Its tracks weave quietly through valleys, forests, and small forgotten towns. By day, it looks abandoned, the rails rusted, the wooden sleepers overgrown with moss. But at midnight, everything changes. A faint silver mist gathers along the tracks. The air hums softly, like the low note of a cello. And then, with no sound of wheels on steel, a train appears. Its carriages shimmer faintly, as though woven from moonlight and candle smoke. And instead of passengers, the train carries dreams. One night in the town of Bramble Hollow, a boy named Sam was walking home late. The streets were empty, his breath a cloud in the cold air. He passed the old railway crossing, the one his grandfather used to warn him about. Never linger there after dark, his grandfather had said, unless you're ready to leave something behind. That night, Sam heard it, the soft hum, the faint chime of the distant bell. Through the mist, a light grew brighter, and then it emerged. The midnight train. Its engine was deep black, but along its side ran veins of glowing silver. The windows shone warmly, yet when Sam looked through them, he didn't see people. He saw moments. A girl chasing a paper boat down a sunlit stream, a man standing under cherry blossoms that fell like snow, an old woman opening a letter and smiling through her tears. A door slid open with a gentle hiss. From it stepped the conductor, tall, dressed in a coat that shimmered faintly, as though the fabric held tiny constellations. His hat was tilted low, but Sam could see his eyes, deep and calm, like the night sky itself. "Boarding, young man?" the conductor asked softly. Sam hesitated. Where? Where does it go?" The conductor smiled. "Everywhere you've been. Everywhere you wish you'd gone, everywhere you've only dreamed of." Something in his voice felt safe, yet full of mystery. Against all sense, Sam stepped aboard. The air inside was warm, scented faintly of cedarwood and rain. The seats were upholstered in deep green velvet, each with its own reading lamp casting a soft golden glow. But the other passengers weren't people. In one seat, a small glowing sphere floated gently. Inside it, Sam could just make out a cozy kitchen table where a birthday cake sat untouched, candles still flickering. In another seat, a slow swirl of blue mist held the image of a child running through fields of sunflowers taller than she was. The conductor noticed Sam staring. "They're dreams," he said simply. "Some are on their way to be dreamt tonight. Others are returning to their owners in the morning." Sam frowned. "Returning? Not all dreams are new," the conductor said. "Some are old friends you've forgotten. We bring them back now and then, so you remember who you've been." They passed through several carriages, each full of dream spheres and misty visions. Then the conductor slid open a door to a darker carriage. This one was empty. No glowing spheres, no floating mists, just bare seats and the hum of the train. "This," said the conductor quietly, "is for dreams that have been lost. Sometimes people stop dreaming them. Sometimes they choose to let them go. But a few," he trailed off, "a few were left behind on purpose." The words made Sam shiver, though he didn't know why. At the far end of the carriage, something caught his eye. A small leather-bound journal sitting on a seat. It looked strangely familiar. He reached out, but the conductor's voice stopped him. "Not yours. How do you know?" The conductor gave a small, sad smile. You'd remember if it were. They continued walking until they reached a small lounge carriage where a fire crackled in a glass hearth. Seated by the window was a girl, perhaps Sam's age, wearing a pale blue coat. Unlike the rest of the train's passengers, she was solid, real. She looked up as they entered. "You're new," she said simply. Sam nodded. "You too?" The girl shook her head. The conductor cleared his throat. "She's looking for a dream that was stolen." Sam blinked. Stolen. "It happens," the conductor said. "Sometimes someone else dreams what was meant for you, usually by accident, but sometimes on purpose." The girl's gaze drifted back to the window. "It was my favorite one. I had it every year on the first snow, but last winter, it didn't come." Her voice was calm, but there was something in it, a quiet longing that tugged at Sam's chest. As the train rolled on, the girl told Sam about her dream. In it, she was on a frozen lake at night, the ice glowing faintly under her skates. Above her, the aurora shimmered like ribbons of silk, and music, a tune she couldn't quite name, played softly from nowhere. Sam felt his breath catch. He knew that dream. He'd had it last winter, the glow under his feet, the strange music, the colours dancing overhead. It had felt so vivid he'd thought about it for days afterward. Eventually, the conductor led them to the last carriage, the sorting carriage. Here, hundreds of glowing dream spheres floated in the air, each drifting toward one of 3 glowing doorways. Tonight, later, and never again. Sam watched as dreams slipped through the doors, sometimes hesitating, sometimes rushing forward. The conductor moved gracefully among them, guiding a sphere here, redirecting another there. Then he turned to Sam. "Your stop is coming." "My stop? You didn't think you could ride forever, did you?" The conductor's voice was gentle but firm. "Everyone leaves with something. A dream returned, a dream to carry forward, or one to let go." The conductor held out 2 dream spheres to Sam. One glowed silver and warm. Inside it, Sam saw himself skating on that frozen lake, the aurora painting the sky. The other was deep gold. Inside, a scene he didn't recognize. Himself years older, walking through a crowded city street, holding someone's hand, smiling in a way that felt important, though he didn't know why. "You can only keep one," the conductor said. Sam looked at the girl who was pretending not to stare at the silver sphere. His heart felt heavy. Sam took a slow breath. Then he placed the silver sphere gently into the girl's hands. "It was yours first," he said softly. The girl's eyes widened, and for the first time she smiled, not a small, polite smile, but one that lit up her whole face. The conductor nodded approvingly and handed Sam the golden sphere. "You'll dream it when you're ready," he said. The train began to slow. Outside, the mist returned, the faint chime of the bell ringing through the stillness. Sam stepped down onto the empty railway crossing. When he looked back, the train was already fading into the night, leaving only a thin ribbon of silver mist along the tracks. Sam never told anyone about the train, but sometimes, in the quiet just before midnight, he'd find himself listening for that low hum in the distance. And one winter, years later, he dreamed of walking through a city street, hand in hand with someone whose face he couldn't quite see, feeling the same warmth as in the golden sphere. Far away, on a frozen lake beneath the aurora, a girl in a pale blue coat skated in the soft glow, the music of her returned dream playing once more. The midnight train kept running, unseen, unheard, carrying its cargo of dreams through the sleeping world. And somewhere, the conductor smiled, knowing the right dreams always find their way home.